Today, I'm going to show you how to clone any website instantly using the latest CodeSpring updates and Cursor AI. Even if you've never written a single line of code, by the end of this video, you'll see how to take an existing website and start customizing it in minutes. The challenge isn't just coding, it's knowing where to start, how to plan it, and how to turn your ideas into a working site without wasting hours of your time. A lot of beginners feel stuck because you have to figure out the whole project structure before you even start writing code. This is where CodeSpring shines. It helps you plan the entire project and create a clear roadmap for Cursor to execute. First, let's pick a design we want to replicate. For this tutorial, we'll grab a landing page from Dribble. We'll just scroll down until we see one that we like. So, we like this one, it's pretty nice, so I think we'll use it. As you can see, this website has a lot of parts to it, but for today's video, we'll just focus on the hero section. Remember, some of the components from this design are assets, so we'll focus on creating the components that include icons. We will screenshot it and later upload it to Cursor. This will allow Cursor to use it as a visual reference when creating the layout and the components for it. Now let's go ahead and open CodeSpring. Here's why CodeSpring is important. It's not just a planning tool. It lets us map out every detail we want in our website. With CodeSpring, we can get hyper-specific and describe the layout to colors, spacing, and buttons so Cursor knows exactly what to generate. Here, we'll create a new project and we'll break it down feature by feature. In order to create a new project within CodeSpring, you will go to your user dashboard and then click this purple button that says New Project. After you've given your project a name, you'll also want to write a project description. So now that we've written our project description, we'll want to go back to our reference image and analyze exactly what components we want from it. So one of the main things that we want is this purple check mark at the center of the header section. So now we'll just go ahead and write it in CodeSpring. So now that I've written that, we'll also want to add other features. So for example, we can see that it has this headline text that reads all-in-one HR platform. We want that also. So we'll come back to CodeSpring and we'll write it here under the features. Great, so let's take another look at our reference image. And as you can see, it has this subtext under the headline that we also want. So let's go ahead and add it as our third feature. Okay, great. Now if we go back to it, we are missing some stuff, but one of the things that I do notice is that it has this button that says request a demo in orange. So let's go ahead and add it here in CodeSpring. Now, we also want to make sure that we include these icons around our header section. And it's important to note once again that these images are assets, so we won't include those. So here, we can go ahead and say that we want 3 smaller sporadic icons within squares to the left and to the right of the big purple check mark. And lastly, we want to make sure that we include a header like this one. Okay, now as you can see, we have described everything we want from this hero section in our features here in CodeSpring. So we'll create now our mind map and generate with AI. CodeSpring has now generated an entire mind map for us, showing how the features relate to each other, what tech stack we need, the competitors, and even the target audience for a platform like this one. If we want to get super specific, we can even go into our tech stack, analyze it, and for instance, if we were using Firebase instead of Supabase, we could go ahead and edit this. And it also tells us what our target audience is. So in this case, for this platform, it's HR manager and directors, small to mid-sized business owners, as well as employees and team members. Now we can take a look into the features that it's created for us. So as you can see, it has created our hero section layout, our icons and animations, and our interactive skull and card effects. Of course, if we want to get more specific, we can click on this little 2 icon and it will open up the details of our feature. Here we can see that CodeSpring has successfully identified that we want the playful icons that we mentioned previously, which are the balloon, the lightning bolt, and the eyes emoji. However, we want to get super specific with our build, so we want to give them which side of the page they will be on, as well as what colors they have. So let's take a look into that. As we can see, the balloon icon and the light bulb are on the left-hand side and they have specific colors, as well as the lightning bolt and the eyes emoji are on the right-hand side. So let's go ahead and CodeSpring and write that in. So now, within this green box, we've written with more specificity. For example, to the balloon, we want it to be to the left-hand side of the screen inside a blue square, as well as the light bulb, we want it to be to the left-hand side of the screen inside a yellow square. We also want to already give CodeSpring the eyes emoji because, of course, it doesn't have access to this. So we'll just go to Google and search for the eye emoji, find it, copy it, and bring it back to CodeSpring. And we'll go ahead and paste it here. We can also go ahead and check all the other features that we requested from Cursor. So we'll just move this around and open up this one too as well. And as you can see within this green box, CodeSpring has done a great job of outlining what headline text we want, as well as the demo photo we requested. For this tutorial, we're just doing front-end functionalities, but if we wanted to add some back-end functionality, we could just go ahead and add it over here. Now that we've identified that our features are correct, we'll just go ahead and clone the boilerplate. For this, we'll open a new project in Cursor and name it. Once we are inside our new project, we'll just go ahead and open the terminal. So we will just drag this over here and make sure that we run git clone and copy paste the boilerplate from CodeSpring. We'll run this, and as you can see, it's created the entire components that we need for this build structure. Here on the left, you can see all the components that it has created for us. So for example, you can see that it created our dashboard, it created the components, and even the database. This will save days of work. So now let's bring this project to life. We'll go ahead and generate the different product required documents and download them to our computer. CodeSpring also integrates with Cursor via MCP, so Cursor can read your mind maps without ever having to download and upload these files. If you decide to download the documents straight to your computer, you do so by clicking this button right here. Before we upload those documents, I want to show you the boilerplate. So we'll go ahead and run npm run dev. And now we will go ahead and click on this link here. This will take us to the boilerplate, and as you can see, it's pretty complete already. It has a template app, it has a header section, it even has these cool features and this cool animation. However, for this tutorial, we will want to customize it even further. So now we will actually go ahead and drag the product required documents from our computer into this PRD section here. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Also, this is a page that we want to edit, so we want to make sure that we can find it within Cursor. If you're unsure where to find it within the boilerplate, you can just go ahead and ask Cursor to find it for you. As you can see, Cursor has done it already and it's found the page for us. Now, to actually confirm that this is the page that we want to edit, we'll just go ahead and edit this. Instead of build faster, we'll just write build quickly. So within the page that the Cursor told us, we'll do Command F and search build faster. So as you can see, it wasn't actually in this page, but we can go ahead and look to the other components that Cursor requested. So we can see that it suggested animated hero. We can look for it here, and as you can see, here it is. We'll go ahead and change it and save our changes. And as you can see, it is that component because it changed from build faster to build quickly. So now let's start building this landing page bit by bit. In order to do so, we'll want to tag the PRD from the hero section as well as the hero section itself here. CodeSpring does a great job of planning everything for us, so Cursor will completely understand what we want from this build. Before it finishes editing, I forgot that we can drag the screenshot that we took from earlier to give inspiration to Cursor, so we'll do that. This is what Cursor has created with one prompt. So as you can see, it's not bad, but we can improve it even further. So now we will tell Cursor to proceed with the second product required document that we uploaded. Great, now after 2 product required documents, this is what it's built. Now, looking at the original, we want to make sure that the text is black and that the demo is orange. So we will just go ahead and tag the product required document, which will also add the scrolling effects. Great, now as you can see, this is what it has created and how it compares to the original version that we wanted to create. It includes the headline just like we wanted, the short description, the button in orange, as well as all the components that we wanted. It even has the scrolling effects that we asked it to have. Of course, we focused on the hero section, but we could build the entire website even if we wanted to. So there you have it. You could clone a website instantly using the latest CodeSpring updates and Cursor AI. From planning in CodeSpring to executing in Cursor, this workflow lets you turn any design into a live website in minutes, all without writing a single line of code. If you want to try it for yourself, go to the link down below and create your CodeSpring account today.